Hey gang, welcome back to another episode of Talking eBay, and today I am answering a question that someone posed on my YouTube channel, and they wanted to know how to add a category into your store and how do you manage it. Well, that's a great question. First of all, you have to have a store. So let's get a store established. It's really important to do that if you're going to grow your eBay business. The reason why you have a store is to have basically create buy it now listings, not auctions, really buy it now listings, and also to manage what you're doing. So say for specific categories, you're selling cameras and you're selling cell phones and you're selling accessories and you're selling this and that. You don't want to be bundle of just mess. So what the category does is give you really clean and decisive information for your customers. It's all about the customers, guys, and that's what it's about. So if you're having cell phones, you can say, okay, iPhone 14, iPhone 15, next year it'll be 16, whatever, and you put those in those categories. And our related items will go within specific own categories. Cell phone accessories 14, a cell phone accessories 15. So you get the point. Well, the idea behind that is to really just give it some definition. Okay. So to do that, first of all, you have to create a store. So once you get into the store, you have to go into your store, and that's where you create your categories. That's where you control a lot of things. So let's do that. So before we get to that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying my content on Talking eBay. Also, don't forget to check out my podcast, where we have a lot of different things that we talked about. I just produced my 10th episode on my podcast, and I'm actually really enjoying doing the podcast thing. It's kind of cool. I love that. So definitely look into the podcast. Give me a rating. I'm not sure if you can subscribe to a podcast. I'm not sure really. I'm just learning the whole podcast thing. So, but I really enjoy it. And we'll have some special guests on there as well, and also here as well. So stay tuned to this. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel. I really do appreciate that. All I ask of you for payment is just to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so how do we do that? So let's get into the store. So once you open the store, and you can see this is my store here. I'll open my store. And once you go into your store, you'll see this here, manage my store. So this is where you manage things. This is where you make categories. You can see here, featured categories. I have watches, gold, do and use, Yankee Candle. These things I all created in my store. You can make a custom video. You can do all kinds of cool stuff in your store. So once you're in your eBay store here, you can see here. So the idea is see the categories here. So you open up, this is how you open up the categories. You open it up like that and you close it like that there. So if someone's in your store, they'll see this and they'll say, oh, categories. They'll hit that drop down, and that's why it's so important to have it. All right, let's get into seeing how to add those categories. And once you get into your home page, you click on Manage My Store section here. This is where all you control everything with adding art, adding images, all that kind of stuff. So you'll see here, feature categories. And you'll see store categories right here. It'll be a little confusing when you first look at this page. You'll see store categories. Click on store categories. So these are my store categories. Now yours will be blank. Okay, these are all the categories that I created: sports equipment, tools, toys, Vera Bradley, VHS tapes. You can see how these categories, and then with each category, if you see like this one here, sunglasses 3, hit that drop down. Now we have cases, men's, women's. So you can make a category and a subcategory. So it gets a little bit deeper than that with that, but let's just work on the basic. Basic you want to do is add a store category. Which is all you have to really focus on is adding your store categories, and then you can build subcategories later by editing them. See the edit button. So add a store category. You want to call this category anything you want to call. You want to call it cats and dogs. Okay, now this is called cats and dogs, right? That's what I call the category. I'm going to hit save, and now you've successfully created a new store category in your store under cats and dogs, and it'll be under C. It'll just go under cats and dogs. It's pretty much as simple as that. So right here, you can see here, cats and dogs. There it is right there. So how do you link the cats and dogs to your current listing? So that's a great question. So once you find the listing that you created, or when you're creating a new listing, you'll see the option for cats and dogs. So here, I'll click on this camera listing. Let's just open this up real quick and I'll show you. And let's revise it. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to show you. So when you make a listing, you're making a listing. So here's your listing, let's say, and you're going down the category thing here. And it says here, store category. Of course, it's in photography and cameras. But what if I wanted to put that in cats and dogs? Well, I click on this, and now you can see this whole window opens up. Everything you created is now in here, okay? So I have pet, of course, I have pet clothing, right? So let's go find the cats and dogs way up here. Let's up. All right, I can click on cats and dogs, and now when I hit save, that new category is cats and dogs. So anything that you have that you're selling for cats and dogs, you can now put in this specific category. And the reason why that's really cool, I'm not going to say that, is because if someone's looking for a specific item, they can click on your category and see all your products within that specific listing, like a store, Let's think of the men's department, the women's department, right? These are all designed for specific areas, so your shoppers have an easier time to find different things, because if they don't like this camera, maybe there's 20 other cameras in that category, and maybe they'll buy a different camera. And that's the reason behind it. Make it easy for the shopper, right? That's what it is. Less resistance, make it easy, make it, give yourself 60-day returns. You can see I charge shipping, everything I charge shipping on. I don't really offer free shipping unless it's a very competitive item. Then it's not really necessary. People are used to paying shipping for unique and different things. So that's definitely how I do it. You can see I have 100% positive feedback. I'm close to got 19,000 feedbacks. So you can see I've been doing this for quite a while. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you. So hope you learned that. Hope it wasn't too confusing. It's really pretty simple. First step, open the store. Second step, get into the store. Third step, add the category. And that's all you have to do. All right, guys. So if you found this informative and educational and inspirational, that's really what it's about. Let me know. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Check out the podcast. It'll be a link in the description of this video, in the description section. Check out that podcast. I have 10 podcasts, really interesting stuff there regarding holiday stuff and all kinds of cool stuff. And I really appreciate everybody tuning in and watching my channel. And hopefully everybody learned a lot from eBay Open 2023. Hopefully we'll see you in person in 2024. Let's hope so. All right, so check out that last episode of my last episode podcast. I had an encounter with eBay, and it wasn't pleasant. So listen to that podcast. It's very, very interesting. And I'm a big believer in eBay, and I love eBay. But what happened to me can happen to you. And I'm doing it for 26 years. So if I can't handle it, it's a situation. So check out that podcast. It's very, very. It's number 10, and you'll see that. All right, guys, appreciate it. I'll see you at the next Talking eBay. Thanks for tuning in.